Welcome to Auntie Chess and Tarot. Hello and welcome in. Let's get going on a career read. I heard you. You said you wanted to talk more career. Here we go. Thank you to all who have supported this channel. I really appreciate it. Remember, not everything will resonate. Take what does, leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself. Leave the rest for someone else. And if you're interested in my artwork, there are some examples posted on the community tab, as well as information below in the description box as to how to get involved. Career, collective. What's going on? The Hangman in the reverse. Yeah, I definitely get a sense of you want to change it up here. And maybe some of you are coming out of a period of taking a break. King of Cups, Two of Wands in the reverse. There's a little bit of anxiety about getting back out there for those of you who have taken a break. You want something, for those of you, whether you've taken a break or not, you want to, Seven of Swords, be in an environment that is much more like, the word I'm hearing is embracing. It embraces like the goodness of others, rather than kind of a cutthroat dog-eat-dog world. Maybe it also embraces nature. You know, it's something along those lines. It has in mind more of a keep everyone accounted for and everyone benefits type of environment. Rather than being very competitive, I feel like maybe you've been in some competitive situations in the past. In your workforce, in your workplace, in the workforce, yeah. You're definitely wanting to do something totally different from that. Knight of Wands in the reverse, Six of Swords in the reverse. I think you've clashed probably with the establishment, and you're like, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore either. You know, an establishment that really didn't have a lot of morals in the first place. King of Wands, but they didn't want to hear about it. You know, they were acting like leaders. They were acting like they were charismatic, but there was a lot of falsities here. A lot of people in leadership positions pretending to be something that they weren't. That's what I'm getting. You don't want any more of that. Okay, so let's talk about what's coming. What do you want? Something more inclusive, something that helps the greater good. The Fool, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Cups. And there is some doubt here. Are you going to find this? Does a position like this actually exist? And if it does, is it something that you can, does it pay well enough that you can live a manner of lifestyle that you're, and I don't feel like you're extravagant, but a manner of lifestyle that you're wanting? Yeah. And also for some of you, this is a small group of people who feel like, you know, you really didn't get treated very well. You didn't get your just due in the office. There's definitely a feeling of lack here. Like you put forth your best foot every day. You gave it a lot of effort, a lot of talent that you brought to the table that never got recognized. And I think for a lot of you on purpose. So yeah, you're ready to leap with something that's much more vibrant, much more, I'm hearing conditioned to you, and also much more giving people credit for the things that they do. And across the board, not just, you know, the higher ups or, you know, some sort of brown-nosing type environment. Two of Pentacles. And you're ready to get busy with that. Yeah, if you could find that, I'm hearing this is what you would really dive into. Yeah, and even maybe speaking too. You've tossed that around. Something that involves speaking because you feel like maybe a lot of people don't like to do public speaking, but you're quite good at it. So you're trying to find a little niche there. Yeah. You've looked at this from a variety of different ways, how to go about this in a very grounded and realistic, strategic manner how to make something like this come about in your life. The Chariot. I feel like it's coming towards you. How has that happened? Strength. Somebody might be a mentor from the past that you've reached out to, and you weren't expecting too much to happen there, but they're going to have a lot of pull and help you. Yeah, you're really thinking this through. The strategy of this is very big. You've reached out maybe to a lot of people. You've communicated. Yeah. You've communicated what you're looking for, as well as, again, for a lot of you, you're really wanting something where you speak. For some of you, it's been a big wish of you to help younger children or help them with their wishes, their dreams, something like that. Help them to realize their unique qualities are an asset. Knight of Pentacles out here now. This has been a long time coming, what you've been thinking about and trying to put into place. You've given this a lot of thought. You've looked at a lot of different angles as to how to get here. What's the advice here, Spirit? It's like you've tried to develop a foolproof plan. A foolproof plan. The Wheel of Fortune turns for transformation, the Death card. Yeah. If those of you out there are worried about what other people are going to think or what they're saying about this, focus in on what you're trying to accomplish. Don't worry about what other people think or what they're saying. Yeah, there's definitely something here about the amount of time you've spent on this, intellectualizing this dream of yours into reality is going to pay off. You have decided to make this big change and go for it. The advice seems to be, yeah, you're right where you need to be. You've done your homework. Now this comes into fruition. Now this happens for you. I feel like you've got a lot of little entities, energies, not entities, a lot of little energies trying to get into your energy. You know, like maybe if you are working with children, they love when you appear on the scene, something like that. Or this is an idea that children are going to really take to and flutter around you in love. This will also help you to be very youthful. This type of work, you'll enjoy it so much. It will inspire a lot of youth in you, like the hands of time will, you know, Father Time will retreat, the hands of time will reverse. 10 of Cups, yeah. It's something you've always wanted to have available to you. You might be working with somebody else here too. You know, a significant other may be helping you with this project. 8 of Wands. Whatever this is, what I see continuously, it has something to do with communication. So I feel like it's a lot of public speaking, actually. And that's where a lot of the community benefits. Maybe it's something political. But for the kids, maybe it's a cause that's for the kids. And it involves you kind of dipping your feet into a particular area that might be political. Temperance really balances people out. This is harmonious energy, yeah. For some of you, I think it might be like a community theater for kids. And you're big into like the costumes too. You do the costumes as well as maybe put the production together, produce or direct. Maybe your background is in acting. 9 of Swords here. It's something that you're doing that helps youngsters, or this could even be adults who are just not in their confidence at the moment, you know, feeling less strong there. That, let's say, for example, if you put on some sort of production and they get involved, it really helps with their worries, their self-confidence levels. It helps balance them out, feel worth again, a sense of worth. Yeah. This is a community opportunity too, where a lot of soulmate ties can be born. Yeah. And a big focus in on helping the greater good here. Wow. You could be working with someone you're married with. I do see that too. And remember, we talked about too, somebody from the past. This could be a mentor that helps you do this. And that storyline seems to be you didn't think much of that coming to fruition or that person coming forward and helping you, but I do see that they do help you. They've helped you. This person, this is how you'll know this person. This person has helped you in the past to be very enlightened upon self. And so you feel like, yes, this is what it's a mentor program. This is what you want to do for others, something like that. And you mentioned it to this mentor in, a state of gratitude. Thank you. This has always helped me and I haven't had an opportunity to thank you. And I go one step further. Now I do this for others and they want to be involved in it potentially. Yeah. Harmony where there's disharmony, where there's a lot of emotions that people need help with, where, standing up, standing in truth, something like that is very important against trickery, or even like we said, you're making a move here where it's not about the big dogs and them getting a lot of praise over and over again, where you have a lot of other positions that are doing most of the work. It's not that setup. This setup is very much everybody gets an opportunity to be productive, have a say, be involved, and equal praise as well throughout. It's always been in the back of your mind. This is I'm hearing an asterisk to this story. It's always been in the back of your mind what you've wanted to do career-wise. You've kept it secret. You have shared it with very little. I think you've maybe shared it recently with this mentor. This mentor may want to get involved now. And yeah, these are big wishes that are coming through for you. Definitely a passion. Yeah. And you also feel like there's some sort of justice here by this way that you set up the structure that's more truthful, where it's not all about, the upper echelon always getting the praise or always getting the credit. No, your setup is much different here. It's celebratory for all and an ending to what you've had to go through. And you've done that by design. You've done that specifically so that other people don't have to live that sort of toxicity. Yeah, definitely a big wish of yours here. And definitely a passion of yours. Keeps you motivated for sure, working on this. The elephant here, The flower. The elephant for me represents Lord Ganesh and busting through barriers. No barriers here. And the dog. Loyalty to this project, loyalty to yourself, loyalty to this idea, loyalty to other people based on the loyalty you receive from somebody else that would be what you would consider a mentor. Let's grab an oracle. Yeah, so this is very entrepreneurial in nature, what you're doing here. So for those of you who aren't interested, I am hearing this. I'm going to do, we're going to go off on a tangent here and find something that would be similar. Yeah, your dream. This is your dream. It's entrepreneurial, though, I feel very much. Golden poppy. I want to just go off on a little bit of a tangent for those of you who I'm hearing saying, I don't really have a desire. I mean, I like this idea, but I'd rather work for somebody like this than, my goal isn't so much entrepreneurial to make this happen. But I think a lot of you, it is. For those of you looking for an opportunity, yeah, you really want to be included. I think you're coming from a space of having been, there's a lot of crossover here in the general energy of feeling like your ideas were taken or you were taken advantage of or credit was given elsewhere that should have been yours. Yeah, and you no longer want that. Competitive field, yeah. Not interested in that anymore. The message repeats there. What is the advice for those who aren't so much entrepreneurial but want to be moving in a similar direction here? Invest in self. 7 of Pentacles. Invest in what it is you love. Figure out what that is. And I'm hearing, figure out 1 or 2 things that you absolutely love and then start there. Go from there. So let's say, these are just examples. You love to sew, okay? Figure out what you can do there. Like, can you work in, behind the scenes making costumes? Can you work at a place that maybe you're terrific with the sewing machines and how to help others when they have problems? Maybe you want to start a class, an online class or an in-person class. Remember, you're very good at also speaking out here. With how to run the machine or how to do certain stitches. Just an example, yeah. This message repeats. It's like it's out here, but then it comes back to like the core issues and the core desires for work are very similar, but it's how you get there. Do you start it and you're entrepreneurial, or is it something that you find? And you work for somebody who has started it. And for the latter, it's a matter of figuring out 1 or 2 big interests that you want to pursue. So if it's like my example of sewing, and then, let's say another example is you just love board games. I'm hearing board games. I don't know. And so working with people that are creating games or video games or people, shops that sell games, where you know a lot about games, or maybe you create a game. The star. Yeah. Again, the message is very parallel in that it's different ways to get there, but a lot of this, a similar, it's a wish, it's a dream of yours. Yeah. It'll be different for everybody. The 8 of Swords, you've held yourself, in the reverse, you've held yourself back long enough on this. You've taken jobs that have been draining, emotional, unfulfilling. But there is, you might have to start a little bit small here. Keep that job that's unfulfilling. But, don't invest in it as much as you have. Just keep it more, this pays the bills type mentality, while you have something on the side that you try and grow. Strength comes out twice. Yeah. Mentor. The message is big on getting in touch with mentors, or you've already gotten in touch with mentors. And for those of you I'm hearing that don't know where to go with that, think about who has been very helpful in your life and helped you to find your happiness, and reestablish those connections. The Knight of Pentacles is out here in the reverse. This is going to pick up once you start doing that, remembering what makes you happy and figuring out what you want to invest in. And I'm hearing, you do this by thinking of one or two things that you really just love in your life, or, a hobby that could really go someplace, something that you really love. Think about one or two things, three, and or connections with people who have been mentors in your life, or who have really embodied how you've been able to find so much happiness, and make those connections be strong again, happy again. Three of Cups. Yeah. The social element there is one of your suggestions here. Remember the times where you were happy. Who was involved in that time? Who was around you then? Recreate those happy times. Recreate what you were invested in there. And at that time, what made you very happy at that time. Dream big, I hear. Dream big. Yeah, victory. Dream big. Victory is here. It's a lovely message. There's a little bit of apprehension, of course, yeah, with anything that's big and going after dreams. But go at it small. Go at it small if you have to. In the past, you were in situations where you wanted the greater good to benefit, or you had ideas for the greater good that were manipulated and distorted and turned around, and other people got credit, and the idea to give the greater good the benefit never came to fruition. This made you very unhappy, very sad. Opportunity to do something different and ignore or put that in the past, that kind of chaos that you had to live. Keep going. Yeah. Keep going. And I think this is a good place to wrap up. Keep going. Even if it's small baby steps, keep going with this idea. And we talked about a variety of different ways on how to keep going and how you get there. And ask for support if you need it. That's that mentor energy. That is your message. I hope it's been helpful. Let's see. Let's just do one more. Again, we talked about it's something to do with speaking, public speaking and leading groups where the community benefits. Let's see if we can get any more specifics on the career move itself. Four of Swords. You're protected. It's something you've always wanted to put into effect. And the current status quo regarding work has burnt you out. So it's totally different from that. It's a complete opposite of that. But Spirit is saying you have got... The timing is good here because you've got the experience you need now to put this into play. And you're feeling a lot freer. I feel a lot of free-spirited energy. And I'm hearing that is a key too. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles, you get it twice. Investing in self. Investing in self, be more free-spirited, It's going to take a lot of... trust in your abilities, trust in this will happen, but you can do it because I can see you've got the experience now and you've been very strategic as to how to put this into play. You've learned a lot in order to put this into play, and now I'm hearing it's just a matter of taking that step. Yeah, here's another King of Swords. You've gotten this twice as we're talking about being very strategic and figuring it out as far as how to get this started. You're not going to know all the steps, but you're going to know how to get this started, taking the first steps here. Excellent. Beautiful. That is your message with regards to career. If there's something in particular that you'd like to hear about, let me know in the comments and we will tackle that subject. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thank you so much. If you've liked this message, if it's resonated, please do like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you are so inclined, there is a link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate your time today.